Microsoft has been very focused on fighting toxicity in the gaming industry over the past few years, and they have launched a ton of initiatives over it. But now we have found out that they are actually offering an AI content safety tool to detect hateful and violent content online. I have a few different things that I want to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and to the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So starting off with this Bounding into Comics article, it says, when any given new technology finally reaches the point of commercial availability, it becomes only a matter of time until said invention ends up being abused by the powers that be to suppress communication, and the machine learning craze that is now commonly referred to as AI has officially become the latest tool to go down this road. Now, it's not very surprising to see that this is happening. Companies are always looking for new, innovative ways to basically moderate people online and silence people. And unfortunately, Microsoft has been pushing this quite a lot over the past couple of years. Typically, I only talk about the gaming instances where they implement systems into like Xbox Live and the messaging systems they have, but it is going on in it with every company. It says, though, on May 23rd, Microsoft publicly unveiled their new Azure AI content safety tool, a new multi-language service which employs cutting-edge AI models. It can detect hateful, violent, sexual, and self-harm content in images and text and assign severity scores, allowing businesses to limit and prioritize what content moderators need to review. So basically, any content that it would flag, it has these different severity scores, and it says it prioritizes what content moderators need to review. It says that Azure Content Safety classifies harmful content into 4 categories: sexual, violent, self-harm, and hate, briefly explained the Xbox parent company of the new product's functionality. It returns with a severity level for each unsafe content category on a scale from 1 to 6. They continued, our AI-powered content moderation solution uses natural language processing techniques to address the meaning and context of language, closely mirroring human intelligence. It can analyze text in both short form and long form, and there are a bunch of problems that I have with this. First of all, they talk about the context of language, okay? We are talking about AI here. It is never going to be perfect. It is never going to be a 100 out of a 100 situation where it can always understand the context, because AI doesn't really understand sarcasm. And yes, I'm sure one day it will get to that level, but unfortunately, we are talking about AI here. And second of all, like I always have to mention, we are talking about a tool that is given certain parameters, right? It only knows what hate or toxicity is because it was fed that information initially, and companies like Microsoft don't clearly define things like toxicity, so when they implement more rules and regulations and tools, they're still being vague, and our accounts can get banned over basically anything. It is a giant problem with tools like this, unfortunately. And yes, of course, there are things that most people would agree are hate or harassment, right? But those things, while those are clear, there are plenty of situations that are less so. It says, according to Microsoft's own promotional material, there are 2 key industries that the company believes can benefit from their new tool: social media and gaming. Social media moves fast, and it's essential that content moderation tools can act in real time. Azure AI Content Safety can monitor content in posts, threads, and chats to help keep online social communications protected from harmful content. And then they also talked about gaming, boasted that while content moderation for gaming is challenging due to visual and text-based elements, live chat, and at times violent content, the safety content platform advanced computer vision tools help monitor avatars, usernames, images, and chat, making platforms safer and supporting human moderators. I think that what they already have in place is perfectly fine, which is report tools. There are people who go onto something like Xbox Live, they go into a Call of Duty lobby, they might see a username that is deemed too offensive, and then they report it, and then someone at the company is able to check it, but it just boils down to them wanting AI to do it so they don't have to have actual human beings working full time. I am someone who brings this up a lot, but I think tools like block buttons, mute buttons, reports are perfectly fine, and they're really all that we need. As an adult, if I go onto Xbox Live and I see someone's gamer tag has, the N-word or something in it, and I feel like, oh yeah, their profile matches that, and it's clearly supposed to be a hateful profile, or what I would think would fall under that definition, I can report it, and then someone at the company can do it. But now they're putting these tools into place where, oh hey, now it's an AI that is determining what falls under that. And over the past few years, Phil Spencer has actually been crusading against things like toxicity in gaming. This was a post from back in 2019, but it says Xbox chief Phil Spencer outlines plans for fighting toxicity in gaming. So it's not all that surprising to see that Microsoft is now implementing these new AI tools. It says that Phil Spencer says that he's acutely aware of the problems the gaming industry faces from a cultural perspective, issues like toxicity, abuse, and harassment, and exclusionary attitudes that can keep gaming's benefit from spreading beyond its most hardcore traditional demographic. First, gaming is for everyone. No one owns gaming. Instead, whether you're new to gaming or a diehard esports fan, you are welcome to play and welcome to all of the fun and skill building that comes with video games. I mean, it's like he's talking to children here, saying you're allowed here, you're welcome here. It needs to be fun for everyone, but he's obviously not just talking to 12-year-olds. It says, though, the medium is for everyone, no matter your age, gender, nationality, orientation, or skin color. There is no need for companies to constantly parrot this. We understand there is all types of people who enjoy games around the world. You don't need to explain that gaming is for everyone. It clearly is. But it says gaming must be a safe environment. Creating community is shared work, and protecting community is essential work. Gaming is the gateway to these 21st century skills into STEM. Just consider teen girls who play video games are 3 times more likely to pursue a STEM degree, but they just talk about how Microsoft was expanding their safety team in the coming months to include more diverse voices and a wider ranging set of solutions to common issues. And even though this was a couple of years ago, clearly they have not dropped this narrative that they are pushing. Clearly they are sticking with it. And now we have this new Azure AI tool. We'll see how they actually implement it, or when they will actually implement it, because they're only just announcing it, meaning it could be months to years away. But yes, it is very worrying having AI even controlling, our online platforms, deciding what we can and can't say, and then flagging it and potentially getting our accounts banned for it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.